Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop.
What is the deal again? This is the issue we talk. All of the great present, blah, blah, blah. All of the great pleasantries, get that out, is out the way, except Twitch. Give a good shout out to my guys at Twitch. Keep doing what y'all doing. You guys are great. You guys are great at being disgusting, and I love it. Right, man? You know who I am. I am the smoking, black toting, bad MFer that you see in front of you. But today you can call me Karen's Wallet because this little dude is breaking my back. But we'll get through it. I am with the blonde bombshell. Some would consider one of the greatest black female entertainers on podcasts. The ladies that pushes the bells and the whistles. Without her would not be no me. This is the honest to God true story. Got to give a big round of applause for the head bitch in charge, Lindsay.
Hello. You with these intros, I swear. I'll be like, who is he talking about?
I'm always gonna try to top something to say about you every time.
Well, I appreciate it. So what's going on? How's life?
Ooh, trying not to burn to death from this weather.
Damn.
Because, Lord, like now, I'm a guy that wears hoodies all year round, and anybody that knows me knows this. It has been so hot out there that I have to psych myself up to put the hoodie on.
Dude.
That is utter ridiculous to me because I'm a dude that is going to wear hoodies, black hoodies, in the middle of August and not sweat at all.
Dude.
For some strange reason, these past couple of days, it has just been disrespectfully hot. Like the other day, I was probably outside for 10 minutes and my back was sweating. And I said, this ain't make no motherfucking sense.
Right. So I was in Tennessee last weekend and I had my outfit picked out for the past month, what I was going to wear. It was a whole Bone Thugs hoodie outfit with the sweatpants, the shirt, the hoodie, all that, right? This thing is thick as hell. So I had it on in the morning. I was real cute in the hotel. And my mom and my sister was like, you're gonna be hot. I'm like, no, I'm not. Boy, I was like, you know what? Let me check this weather. This weather was like 95. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on ahead and change. But I was like, I always come prepared, and I had a Bone Thugs t-shirt. So
nice save.
Yes, I was prepared. So yeah, had to represent. So yeah. And then so I went to Tennessee to visit family or whatever, and it was great. Don't get me wrong, it was great. But we had a little hiccup in the mall. Almost had to beat some people's ass. Like all three of us, me, my sister, and my mama, was about to beat some people's ass in City Gear. Their City Gear, the workers in there are trash. Like, it's not like the City Gear up here, which I don't have too much experience with the City Gear up here, because I'm classy. I go to Finish Line and Foot Locker. No, but
I would tell you I'm gonna let you continue your story, but the people at City Gear here, yeah, not I won't say they disrespectful. No, I will say they disrespectful because if they don't think you got money, they don't talk to you.
So that must be in the bylaws and the manual or something like that, because yeah, that was our issue. That was our issue. We was in the shoe area for like 20 minutes. I'm holding a pair of shoes, my nephew holding a pair of shoes. They just looked at us. And we was right next to the door to go back. They was just looking at us when they would go back, and they would come out looking at us, going about their business. It was just like, well, damn, do we not look like we got money? Like, I don't understand. So yeah, so I had to say something. So then, it was two guys and a stud that worked in there, and the stud, I said something to her, and so she was like, all right, hold on. And so she went in the back and she came out and was like, what do y'all need? I told her what I needed, and TJ told him what he needed. And so she came back talking about my shoe, and she didn't have the right size. And I was like, well, she told me what size she had, and I was like, well, I can't do nothing with that size. So then the bitch gonna say, well, can you put the shoe back? I looked her up and down. I said, that's not my job. So then she was like, all right, excuse me. And so then I moved out the way so she can put it back. So I was like, the fuck? And so she mumbled something up under her breath. Mind you, she could barely speak in a normal voice or normal volume anyway. So she mumbled something up under her breath. We couldn't understand her, of course, so we just let it ride. Then she goes in the back, comes back out, and she comes back out with the shoe TJ wanted. And so me and my sister were standing in front of a bench. My mama was sitting on the bench, and TJ was sitting on the table behind the bench, but his feet were on the bench. And so she comes back out with TJ's shoe, and she was like, well, do you want it? And he was like, yeah. Didn't try it on, didn't even let him try it on or nothing. But she was just like, okay, well, can you get up off my table? So Ashley snapped and was like, we ain't buying nothing in here. We ain't buying nothing. And so she continues to walk to the counter or whatever. And so me and my sister, we talking shit or whatever while we walking out. We was like, damn, is it coming out your paycheck or something? Like, what the fuck? You know, why you so worried about this table? And so then all of a sudden now she knows how to use her inside voice. And so she started talking shit. And so that's when me and Ashley went off, and we was already far away from the counter. We start charging that counter like, who the fuck y'all talking to? And like, we was just like, y'all just so mad disrespectful. We was like, we've been back there for 20 minutes. All three of y'all looked at us and y'all didn't even try to ask if we needed any help. And so then the one of the guys never said anything to us. The other guy, he was just like, okay, y'all can leave. And so Ashley was like, we about to leave this motherfucker. We don't give a fuck about y'all. So still saying something, all three of us, we still saying something or whatever. And I was just like, I will beat y'all ass in this little ass town. Like, don't try it. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all in this fucking town. So then Ashley was like, well, who's the manager or whatever? He was like, I'm the manager. I'm the manager. And so me and Ashley was like, well, you don't own the fucking store. Who owns the store? Like, are you trying to show that you the fucking manager? It was like, well, you a trash ass manager or whatever. So Ashley was just like, well, fuck it. We leaving anyway. So fuck y'all and blah, blah, blah. Soon as we walk out the store, there was a guy that was standing outside, and he was like, y'all got into it with the people that worked there? And we was like, yeah. And so he was like, I had the same problem last week. Literally everybody else that we talked to in that mall, they was like, we got the same problem. So it's a thing. Like, people don't go to City Gear there because of the problems that they have with the people there. And I was just like, I haven't had that issue going into City Gear. The limited times that I've been in City Gear, I have never had that issue. So yeah. Damn. But we have Wings and Mumble Sauce watching. They say, hey y'all. And then they also say same for hours. And then it says, it's fine for me because I don't want them on my back the entire time. Which, that is true. I don't want them on my back either. But if I'm standing there with a shoe in my hand, you can at least come over and be like, hey, can I help you? Did you
type
want
of
what
simple.
size? Yeah, something like, why am I standing here? And we never left. We was just posted in the corner with all the shoes, standing there with shoes in our hand. Like, why do I need to go find y'all? Y'all helping other people that came in after us, all this type of stuff. I'm like, we must look broke. Like, I don't understand.
That's listen. I was only one time that because I've been to City Gear, but I'm an internet shopper, so I'm barely in that motherfucker. I go for Christmas one year I was getting everybody a pair of kicks, so I'm in this motherfucker. Same deal. I'm grabbing shoes and asking. In my head, I'm like, okay, I need this size, but I notice I'm sitting here and nobody is coming towards me. So I look at myself and I'm like, damn, I got on a pair of sweatpants, I got on a t-shirt, and I got my running shoes on. So I'm like, are they thinking I'm window shopping with all of these fucking shoes in my hand? Like, what's going on? I legit, first time that I've ever done this to people in my whole entire life. I legit pulled my motherfucking money out and waved to them like, excuse me, I get some motherfucking help over here.
Right.
Oh, my bad. I'm like, nah, what the fuck? I'm sitting here with at least 3 pairs of shoes in my shit.
Right.
What did y'all think I was gonna do? You think I had like an amputee bitch in the corner that I was trying to steal from? Like, I legit had to pull out, and I'm talking about this is when I always carry cash. I legit had to pull my money out for the people to even do something, like to even come over and talk to me.
Right, that is crazy, and that's my thing, because I'm thinking to myself, like, I know we cannot possibly look like we don't have no money. I'm not even gonna comment on how much my purse costs, but this big ass purse I got costs a lot of fucking money. I know if you look at the purse alone, you can see that I got $1 or $2. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, we all got on expensive shoes. Like, what? The shoes that TJ had in his hand were $150. Now the shoes I had in my hand were on sale, but that's not the point. The point is, I was trying to spend some money, and the killer part is that I walked in the mall like I ain't buying nothing, and then we went straight. And then after we left, we went straight to finish line, and I ended up buying some Jordans because I was just like, I'm about to give somebody some money. Like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Just so I could walk past when we left the store, which we did, and my mama yelled in the store. but yeah, just so I could walk past and be like, bitch, y'all just lost out on some money. You know what I'm saying? And that's the killer part about it, because when we went to finish line, we were still pissed. Like, I was so pissed because I was like, I want to put my fist through a wall. And so, like, as soon as we walked in, they was like, welcome to Foot Locker. How can I help you? And we was like, what? Y'all talk down here? And so we ended up telling the dude what happened, whatever. And he was just like, yep, that's why I don't go to City Gear. Like, literally everybody was like, I don't fuck with City Gear because of that. Like, we ended up meeting my cousins at the mall. They was like, we don't fuck with City Gear. Like, so, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But Tully's watching. She says, hey, Ish Talkers. Hey.
What up?
But yeah, it was a mess. But yeah. But other than that, we had a blast. Like, definitely had a blast.
City Gear, you got to do better. You're hearing this now.
Yeah. Wings and Marble Sauce says a pretty woman moment. Yeah, right. So yeah. But
yeah, that shit. Yeah, City Gear. I guess it's all around. I don't know. You just gotta walk in there I guess you gotta go in there, motherfucker, with 3 little bitty ass chains on and some little bitty ass jeans and some big ass shoes for them to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. I guess so.
Because me just going in there regular, they just didn't say shit to me at all. Matter of fact, while I'm sitting here, and I'll take that lie back, because when I walked in, they did speak when I walked in, but what the lady told me was, our clearance section is right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was rude. I would have walked back out like, bitch, like, really? I can't even hear about the Jordans that came out today. What are you talking about?
I'm talking, and you know what? I still spend my money. That's the crazy part. I still end up spending about $5.75 in that store.
See, and everybody talking on some bullshit. That's straight up some bullshit. So Nevaeh's watching. She says her favorite movie. And hey, Lindsay. Hi. How are you? Long time no see. So yeah. Yeah. It was a mess. It was definitely a mess. So, but other than that, yeah, I will say this: my mama's car is the truth because we took her car down there, and I don't like to drive at night, but I drove from Columbia straight to Tennessee at night. That car is the truth.
What you got?
She got a Genesis GV80, that SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and them lights are everything, and that mug floats. Like I was hitting 90 and didn't even know it. And I'm like passing all these cars, like, wonder why everybody's driving slow. Then I looked at what I was doing. I was like, no, everybody's doing the speed limit. So yeah, and my limit usually is like 3 hours, and then I give it up. No, I did Columbia straight there. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't see how she hadn't got a ticket in that mug because that mug floats. So, but yeah. So that's that. That was our little recap. So you ready to get into these topics?
Yeah, do better, City Gear.
Right. So I don't want to have to come back because it would not be pretty. Okay. So yeah. Let's go into the Penguin trailer. So how did you feel about the Penguin trailer?
I actually like the Penguin trailer. Just to keep it a bean, like I like where they're going with the Penguin trailer. Kind of like building his mob story up instead of trying to focus it still on like the comic area, you know, because it's from Penguin's from a comic book, but this is way more gritty. With like nowadays, a lot of them are trying to do that, but I do like the more of the mob ties of that I was seeing in these clips instead of, you know, so many scenes of him trying to avoid the bat, cause fuck the bat, nigga. These niggas that don't have gadgets and gears, they only got guns or can kill me. You know?
Right. Yeah. I'm definitely here for it. It's taking on the whole style of the Batman, which I like the style of the Batman, but the movie in itself was kind of like, it had some slow parts, but I like that they're going to let the Penguin story breathe and not put it in a movie and put it into a series. Yeah. So I do like that. So I'm definitely excited. And then the transformation of Colin Farrell, that is insane. Yeah, because I mean, if you didn't know, you couldn't tell.
That's what I was about to say. If I didn't know from the movie that was Colin Farrell, you would have never. I would have just thought they picked somebody off the streets.
Because there are actors that kind of look like that, and I ain't no shade, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely excited. I will be tuning in. I want to say it premieres. Does it premiere in September?
Yep, it's in September.
Yeah. So definitely here for that. Yeah, I was sending that to everybody like, yo, you got to see this because this look good.
I hope they just come out with all the episodes instead of, you know, I've been so spoiled. Once I get those once a week shits like they trying to go back to, I tend to fall off on the fucking show.
But it's Max, and that's what Max does. I don't think they put out the whole season at all.
Yeah, that's gonna be, see, when those things happen, what I end up doing, and I end up waiting 4 or 5 months later and then binge watch the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, But when I do that, I usually don't go back because that's what I was gonna try to do with House of Dragons, and I never went back. Like
Me
I watched like
either.
the first two, like, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like,
Me either. Me either. I said the same shit, and then
yeah.
I think I went through like 2 episodes, and I was like, yeah. Now I'm seeing commercials again for it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was supposed to watch the first one.
Mm-hmm. I did the exact same thing because I came into Game of Thrones like super late, so I've been watched the whole series, and I got caught up all the way up until like the last couple of episodes on the last season. So yeah, I'm too spoiled. So I'm just like, yeah. I tried to stick with everybody with them first 2 episodes, and I was like, I can't do it. I'll come back.
Yeah.
And never went back. So yeah.
I got hip to Game of Thrones after Jon Snow got resurrected, and so then I binged from there all the way to there, and because I did that, it was enough time to binge everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So Nevaeh says Maddie Mob in the building. Yep. I'm glad to finally catch a live. I'm glad you did too. Yeah. So yeah, definitely got the Maddie Mob in the building. But yeah. So I'm definitely excited for the Penguin trailer. And then because like my favorite Batman is the Michael Keaton Batman. So, Batman Returns has the Danny DeVito Batman in it. So, which was more of like a
Danny DeVito Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin. Sorry, Danny DeVito Penguin. But that was more of it wasn't that scary of a penguin. This is more of kind of like a sinister, like this Colin Farrell penguin is more of like a sinister penguin. So I'm excited to see this take.
He even in the movie, he gave you that city underworld seedy type of person.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna like to see that play. It's like if they had the Batman series and Soprano have a baby.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Really looking forward to it.
Right. I'm definitely excited with the things that they're doing, especially because they did the Joker, and they did a different take on the Joker, which was another character from back when Michael Keaton was Batman. So yeah, definitely excited. Next up is Juneteenth. How was your Juneteenth?
My Juneteenth was in the house.
Yeah.
I did I had a for Father's Day I went to St. Louis with my son. And so we went to a Juneteenth spot down there at a HBCU, which I didn't know St. Louis had a HBCU. So shout out to that. Went out there and we went to a Juneteenth event out there, and it was okay, but I think me and Jasmine were more disappointed, and it wasn't a lot of people came out for it.
Mm-hmm.
We was thinking more of, hey, if we gonna do a Juneteenth event, it should be more Black folks out here. It was vendors with nobody near them, nobody bomb. It was only a handful of people, and I think we were more turned off about that than anything. We got there pretty late. I mean, not late. We got there. It probably was going for about an hour and a half when we got there. And they had like this dope ass band that was playing. They had all sorts of shit, and it just was just a sprinkle of people there.
So let me ask you this. Excuse me. Because Juneteenth has been a thing in the Black community for a really long time. We've always celebrated it prior to it being a federal holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that it becoming a federal holiday and now people know, instead of like Black people knowing, do you think that may have hindered it?
I'll say kind of, sort of. Like the old saying, man. If you want niggas to stop reading, give them books for free. I think it's one of those situations that we have, because now that it is a national holiday and people are actually getting a day off with pay, they're not celebrating it with everybody like they was. I always tell people I went to an African Center magnet elementary, so I was always privy to what Juneteenth was. But a lot of people wasn't privy to what Juneteenth was for a long time, and two, it was a national holiday. So I think it's more of one of those once a lot of niggas get aware of what's going on, they just like, okay, it's just a free day off. They don't really celebrate like it was celebrated when it was just a handful of people that actually knew about it. Because especially in this city alone, you'd be surprised how many Black people didn't even know what Juneteenth was for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And two, it became a national holiday. When I used to tell people about Juneteenth, they used to be like, "What's that? June? What? This is Pride Month." And I'm like, "See, that's the problem. That's another problem in there." And then it was Mental Awareness Month. Before it became an actual holiday, they were trying to stack so many things
In June.
over Juneteenth, where now it's just still overlaid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot going on in June. You have Black Music Month. You have Mental Awareness, Pride, and Juneteenth. And I'm sure there's other ones that I forgot. Like, it is a lot going on in June. Then on top of that, you got kids out of school.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of people taking vacation. Like, first day of summer. It's a lot. It's a lot going on in June. I think, like, I've always known about Juneteenth. I performed in Juneteenth as a kid, so I've always known. But I think it is like just looked at as a day off now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know, because like I had job I had a couple years ago. It was funny because we talked about Juneteenth, and that particular job didn't have Juneteenth off. And what a lot of these companies are doing, they're giving you a floating holiday instead of giving you the day off. And that's some bullshit in itself. But I used my floating holiday at that job for Juneteenth. But yeah, we were talking about it when back when I had first got hired there with a couple other people and stuff. And it was this one mixed guy, and then it was a couple of white people that we all were talking about it. And the mixed guy was the only one that didn't know what Juneteenth was. And the white people was like, I even know what Juneteenth was. And so we was like, we're not going to tell you. You're going to have to look this up.
Yeah.
Because we was like, you should know this. So he looked it up and he was like, damn, I should have knew this. We was like, yeah, you most definitely should have knew that. So, but yeah. Yeah, I don't think people look at it as being a significant holiday and realizing the impact, like not really like putting themselves in that position. Like, how do you just not tell people that they free?
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up. You had like they waited until the feds came down there 2 years after to free them. That's I mean, slavery in itself was fucked up, but the fact that you still just gonna get free labor out of them and not tell them shit, like,
the even thinking about that, the fact that the feds had to come and tell these motherfuckers, I mean, it's just one of those. It's like this: how much Black people, some Black people love Black people, because it's not really marked as a like as a day. Like they don't really know what day that happened. They just know it happened in June. And so, you know, they picked the day and said, this is our anniversary, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I really respect that. And I, you know, even thinking about it now, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe St. Louis ain't the place for me to actually feel that real, you know what I'm saying, that real celebration, or this city for that matter. And that's just me just speedballing in my head, like, you know what? I probably need to see what Juneteenth is like in Texas, because that's where it originated from.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like maybe we need to go to Galveston to really feel the impact of it, because you feel it in certain pockets on if they want to even make it a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we do the standard, you know, thing that we do on 18th and Vine, which we've been doing for decades.
Yep.
You know, we don't really do too much extra outside of what they do on 18th and Vine. So, like, maybe you just have to go somewhere where it's extremely impactful to them and where they make a huge deal out of it.
Yeah.
You know, we have a couple of comments. Tohi says, there was an unfortunate shooting at a Juneteenth festival. 2 women lost their lives. That's why I stayed in. Wow. That's horrible. Damn. And she's in Texas. Wings and Mumble Sauce says, I was at work. Yeah, a lot of us was. Tully also says, I think so, in regards to like it not being impactful. Says, be careful what you ask for. I think some things should stay amongst us.
I 100% agree with you for that one, because a lot of times when we try to infuse ourselves into America is when we get assimilated and forgot about. So I do believe if Black people would have stuck, because I remember being young and when it wasn't a holiday where people was taking off, and we were taking the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, period. They just knew niggas ain't showing up to work. I was not showing up.
You know, that is contradicting to Juneteenth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at it, it's really contradicting to what Juneteenth is.
Well, I'm fucking my clock in to be a slave for a couple of hours. Nigga,
right.
I know. Fuck no.
Yeah.
I'm talking about nah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like with me, with my job.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like with me, with my job now, like my day job I had to work, and my night job, I was off. So I have worked, but yeah, it, and I felt some way about that too, but I was just like, I need my days. So
the only time that I worked on Juneteenth was when I was a direct care support person and they were paying me time and a half for working that day.
Yeah.
When they wasn't paying, when it was just regular pay, I wasn't doing it. Oh yeah, I'll take that lot back. When I was working at the daycare, my mother had a daycare for 25 years. One of my first jobs was at her daycare. I worked on Juneteenth for the daycare, but that was the day my mama allowed me to barbecue for everybody. So I really wasn't working. I was on the grill the whole motherfucking day, playing with kids in the playground the whole day.
When it's a job that like is your career or is your passion or you enjoy doing, it doesn't feel like work. So I can definitely see you like going to work. You know what I mean? But if it's something that you just don't want to do, hey, I'm off.
Any other job, I was like, nah, I'm no. Yeah. I called in early in the morning. I ain't gonna be able to make it. My toe fell off. Like whatever. I tell them anything. I had one job because I told them that my people was in the emergency room. These motherfuckers called me back and was like, "Can you bring us proof?" I said, "I'll bring it to the Better Business Bureau." What the fuck?
Right.
Like, I ain't about to tell y'all. I just said a family emergency, nigga.
Right. I'm not
about to bring y'all paperwork for that.
Right. I'm not bringing you a goddamn thing. What are you talking about? Right. And I'm not coming. You lucky I called. Shit. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. No. But yeah, these jobs they be getting out of besides they self.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So but happy Juneteenth to everyone. Yeah.
Hell
Happy
yeah, happy
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Let's organize more, people. Let's do some things. And then I'm a vendor, so this is no downplay to vendors. But one time, at least one time, if I could ever organize anything, especially for like Juneteenth, I would really focus on it being a free event and everything is free.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like that as well. And have like sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, to cover it. To cover the expenses and just have it just be free. For the most part, when I used to go to the Juneteenth events and stuff like that here, they would be free. So, but I mean, it was just like, it wasn't too much to it though.
Yeah.
Like they blocked off the street for a couple of blocks and you walked up and down the street and there was vendors and whatnot. Like that music and people walking up and down the street. Like there wasn't really too much to it.
Yeah. We need, and if in a perfect world, if I could do that, I would have a free concert. The food would be free. If I did allow vendors, and I would allow vendors there, I would, in that speculation, it has to be something that you're giving away for free.
Yeah.
It has to be something that I don't care. I don't give a fuck if it's a keychain or a pair of socks. Whatever it is, you have to give it away free though. Because that's the whole purpose of Juneteenth, is to celebrate freedom. So things need to be free.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And sure, they can write it off as marketing.
Yeah.
Maybe you should start doing that for next year. Try to figure it out.
I could try. I could see.
Yeah. So put that on the list of things to do.
Right.
To-do list. Yeah. So, next up is going along with the Juneteenth theme. Mr. Kendrick Lamar. What is his last name? Duckworth. That's what it is, right? Duckworth?
Is it Duckworth? I think it's Duckworth. Let me.
Yeah, I know it was something weird.
Like a lot of these,
Yeah.
Let's see. Kendrick's last name.
Yep, Duckworth.
Duckworth. Yep.
Yep, Mr. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth.
Yeah.
You
still got a better name than Elgin Lumpkin. Better known as Genuine.
This is true. This is 1000% true.
Better known as Genuine. When I found out that was that nigga's name, I fucking died laughing. The shit was, I was at a sidebar. We take lefts.
Right.
He was messing with a young lady who stayed down the street from me on my block. So we already knew the young lady. We knew the family, all of that. And then when they said it, if y'all don't know who I'm talking about Soleil. When he was messing with Soleil, they were the family was talking about Elgin, and I'm like, who the fuck is Elgin? Like, who the fuck is that? And when they told me, Genuine, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck knows that's that nigga's name for real.
Yeah, like me and two other people knew it. Like,
who the fuck? I'm like, that's this nigga name. I said, so Soleil's last name is Lumpkin now?
Yep.
Shit blew my fucking mind. I died laughing. I was like, fuck. Them kids gonna have to know how to fight, because I know Genuine knew how to fight with a name like Elgin Lumpkin.
Man, you had no choice but to know how to fight. That's some bullshit. And then like one of his kids is a junior, so yeah. 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 But yeah, like I was one of those music nerds that if I really, really, really fuck with an album, I would sit there and read everything on the inside. And so I will put two and two together. And that's why I said me and two other people knew. Because Genuine the Bachelor was my shit. So I sat there and read all that shit and I put two and two together. I was like Timothy Mosley and Elgin Lumpkin. So that's Timberland and Genuine. Those were the repeating names through the whole thing. So yeah.
This was like Elgin.
Yeah.
Elgin. Yeah, we about to go to Cowboy. Elgin. I'm like, who the fuck is? She fuck with Genuine. Like,
right. So you mean she got two dudes? Like she like,
who the fuck is?
Right.
Well, so like little skinny asses out here doing the thing. No, that was.
Right.
Yeah, that fucked me up. That really fucked me up. I sit there like, wow, like, boy, like I don't know shit about fuck. Like I'm like, God damn.
Right. That shit was tough. That shit was tough.
I said, man, that's that nigga name. Oh, I know he know how to fight. That was the first thing popped in my head for some strange reason, and still to this day, I'm like, I know he knew how to fight.
Right, because kids are mean.
Yeah,
mean
as a motherfucker.
Yeah, just imagine Duckworth. You know he know how to fight. You can't do nothing but know how to fight with a last name named Duckworth.
It just when he say, if I told you I killed a nigga at 16, would you believe me? Yeah, with a name like Duckworth, I do.
You had to kill 2 or 3, right? You had to kill 2 or 3 of them motherfuckers just to get them up off of you. Yeah. Definitely, I definitely believe that wholeheartedly,
man.
And I'm sure you're not the only one in the family.
Whole family full of little bitty ass bangers.
Okay, right. None of them past 5'7". All Duckworths.
Beating the shit out of niggas. Beating the shit out of niggas in Compton.
Right. Like, oh, you know them Duckworths over there off of 75th. Yeah, they some killers though. I wouldn't fuck with them. They all look like ducks. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Let's not call that nigga Duckworth. Don't do that shit.
Right. Sure. Be like that one, that one scene from Boys in the Hood when they was in school. Like, you African booty.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
People say, I ain't from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia.
Right. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. So, yeah.
We all from Africa, motherfucker.
Right. All y'all. So, yeah. But this is so not about his last name.
No, it's not.
This is about Ken and Friends, the pop out. Did you catch it?
I caught a little bit of it. I didn't see the whole thing. The bitch like 3 hours.
Yeah, I didn't either. But this ain't even really about that, even though we do want to say a little bit about it. From the bits that I did see, it looked like it was great. It was a bunch of unity going on. When he sung Euphoria, it's so funny because they were at the Forum. It looked like it was sold out. The majority, of course, is white folks. And the whole crowd is talking about, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. The irony in that, you know?
That always fucked me up about rappers. Is because the majority of the time when you are in concert, the majority of people that are buying these tickets, especially if they're astronomical numbers, when you're talking about $200, $300 a ticket, the niggas that work for the Ford plant, a lot of them niggas ain't going.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
They're probably at work. Shit, they're probably at work.
Probably at work. It is a bunch of corporate pale penguins that are going to these shows. And they are saying nigga full-heartedly in that crowd. When you drop that mic and you hear nigga, it is white folks. It's white folks. It's probably one owl of white folks that ain't saying nigga because it's two niggas at the end of this way and it's two niggas at the end of this way. And they're looking and they're like, nah, we ain't gonna say it. But the motherfuckers in front of them are saying it because fuck y'all.
Now, how they say it? How they say it again?
Nigga! With so much enthusiasm.
Right. That is so funny. I saw one video of somebody in the crowd and they had their camera right on the white dude that was in front of them when they was waiting. And he didn't say it. He put his head down on that part. He was like, nope, not gonna catch me. Like, but I just thought it was just the irony of it. It's like, so y'all legit don't be really paying attention to what folks saying in their raps because you are exactly what he's saying when he says we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Mm-hmm. If he's saying that to somebody that's mixed, what you think he gonna say to you? The fuck? So yeah,
it's just the irony into being a rapper. Like you gotta deal with that.
So Trick Turner's watching. He says the Mexicans were mad that they didn't have representation at the K-Dot show. Are you fucking serious? Their day was Cinco de Mayo.
You know what I have to say about that? And please don't cancel me when I say this. But Puerto Ricans got more clout in saying some shit like that than Mexicans do. Because Puerto Ricans, Puerto Ricans was a part of that making of hip hop and what hip hop is. For a long time, it wasn't any representation of Mexicans in hip hop. So I don't understand why someone would be upset about that.
But the show is for Juneteenth. So why would Mexicans need to be represented on a Juneteenth show?
Yeah, that's like Remy Ma getting mad because she's not at the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Right. Like, huh? I'm so confused at the audacity of that.
Y'all didn't get representation for
a Juneteenth show.
Listen, if you don't shut the fuck up for they really build the wall on your ass, you have no marriage. Did you show up? Did you show up and be an ally? Because a lot of white people showed up to be an ally. That's what they gonna say while they were in that motherfucker talking about, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. They're gonna definitely say they were being allies.
Oh, most definitely. Oh wow! I just got sent the article. This is insane.
It's a real article.
It's a real article, dude. Hold on. Let me. Wow, it's a YouTube. I can't play it, but yeah, I'll watch it later. But yeah, Mexicans feel snubbed at Kendrick's epic concert. Yeah. Wow.
Kendrick did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
It was Kendrick and friend. He brought out everybody. He brought out Bloods. He brought out Crips. He brought out basketball players, producers.
Yeah.
And it all represented Black freedom and Black excellence. Mm-hmm. This is exactly what he was supposed to do. I don't know. And what part of that did y'all expect the mariachi band to come out? And I don't want to disrespect y'all at all. But I'm telling you, Snoop Dogg wouldn't have said shit if Chico Bean would have did something for Cinco de Mayo and didn't represent him.
I don't understand. Like, you go talk to Daddy Yankee or what's the dude, Bad Bunny or whatever. But like, you go talk to them about Cinco de Mayo. Y'all
pop out for Cinco de Mayo. Ivy Queen, all of these respected Spanish artists.
Cypress Hill, all them. Like, go talk to them about Cinco de Mayo. Don't come fucking with us about Juneteenth. Like, are you kidding me right now? Wow. Trick Turner says the Burrito Bandits had no idea what Juneteenth is about in the first place. First off, Burrito Bandits.
I'm saving that, Trick. I'm saving that.
You know who Trick Turner is, right?
Mm-mm.
It's your friend, Glenn.
Oh, it makes it even better. That makes it even better.
Yeah.
Burrito Bandits is right under Pale Penguins.
I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. In my Jocelyn Hernandez voice. I cannot. I cannot.
You cannot. Oh my God. Listen. I love my Mexican, my Latino.
Oh yeah. Shout out to all of them.
I love all of y'all. But this wasn't y'all day.
Right. This is a black space.
I'm when I say I'm a super ally for Cinco de Mayo, I will act a ass for y'all. I would never ever say why they didn't have such and such there.
Right.
So I would love the same respect.
But that's the killer part about that, because black people are respectful to other people's cultures and other people's respective holidays. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to our culture and our holiday, we constantly get disrespected, and it's normal. You know what I'm saying? And we're just supposed to be okay with it. We're supposed to invite you to the cookout, and we're supposed to get disrespected at our own cookout while we are passing you the potato salad. Like, what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that is disheartening, because it is a black space that they didn't make into a federal holiday, but nonetheless, it's still a black space, and we are inviting you into the black space, and you're gonna disrespect us because you're not represented. You're lucky you got the fucking invite. And then on top of everything else, let's just take it back one step. We didn't even ask for Juneteenth to be a holiday. That's the killer part about it. We asked for equality, and they gave us Juneteenth. And they half-ass gave us Juneteenth because, like I said, a lot of companies don't like to acknowledge Juneteenth.
Exactly. I mean,
you know
there's a lot of companies that don't. You know, I was frequent the stores. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, nah, them motherfuckers. I would want to, like, whoever is trying to represent their whole culture and having a disagreement with this, I want them to ask their elite in their culture how they feel about Kendrick Lamar's Juneteenth concert, because I can guarantee you it is some some person that is mad about this. Maybe a handful, maybe a pocket of people that are unintelligent and do not know just how hard it was to even get Juneteenth in the first place to be represented like it's represented. Like, you know, damn the federal holiday, because I'm gonna keep it real. The federal holiday for black people, and I'm gonna make it clear for everybody so y'all can understand. It's like when you're at your job and everybody at the job is demanding a raise, and instead of a raise, they throw y'all a pizza party. This is exactly what Juneteenth is on a federal level.
Mm-hmm.
What it represents for the culture, for Black Americans, is a day to be respected for free of their freedom. Respect their freedom, their independence. Again, I will have to double back and say, we don't do that to y'all. So that little pocket of y'all that is saying y'all don't have no representation is a slap in the face to niggas. That's a pure slap in the face. And then y'all get mad when motherfuckers start throwing their prejudice on y'all because shit like this, because you got a small pocket of motherfuckers that say they supposed to be in there because they quote unquote, I guess they lived the struggle. Of course y'all did. Of course y'all did.
Nobody's taking that away.
Everybody, we're not going to do that. We're not going to keep on holding people's hands and allowing them to reap the benefits of a struggle that we had to do by ourselves.
Yeah. It's like they're trying to all lives matter to shit.
Yeah.
You know, and just some things you can't all lives matter. Like you can't all lives matter slavery. You can't all lives matter Freedom Day. You can't. Like we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. That's mad disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm mad because they didn't have Cypress Hill up there. Ask Cypress Hill how they felt about it.
Right. Right.
You know,
like
I just don't understand.
They're probably looking at it from a West Coast aspect, but then you negate the whole point of Juneteenth. Like you just fuck the Juneteenth part. You looking at the West Coast part, and this wasn't just about the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Yes, West Coast. It was West Coast heavy, which makes sense. You know, if it was in Kansas City, it would have been Kansas City heavy. But this was about Juneteenth.
And even putting it in that perspective, if it was Juneteenth representing West Coast heavy, y'all know good and damn well y'all wasn't gonna get representation on that in the first place when it came to that, because y'all know how for a long time Mexicans and blacks were feuding like a motherfucker.
Right.
Let's keep it 100. Y'all was Mexicans. Y'all had the first gangs in Cali. Y'all was the ones fucking niggas up out there.
Mm-hmm.
It was Mexicans and it was police. I know this for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So like, come on, man. Did you really think you was gonna slide in and eat some potato salad? Whoa, Bobby. Calm down. Calm down.
Right. Come on now. Like,
calm down.
Come on now. Like,
calm down. And again, no downplay to y'all. I'm just saying this wasn't y'all day. And we respect y'all day. We respect y'all day so much. We post on Cinco de Mayo like we supposed to celebrate that day.
Yeah. Nobody takes that away.
Nobody takes it away. When y'all have events, nobody says there is no black representation for Cinco de Mayo.
Right. We don't go on Independence Avenue like, damn, where the black folks at? We don't do that.
Nobody does that. Or Afro-Latinos, they come in, they blend in, and they don't put their black on y'all on Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
So I don't understand. Like I just don't understand that is totally mind-boggling to me, and I'm just like,
it's mad disrespectful. It's mad disrespectful.
If you don't salsa your motherfucking ass the fuck away from me, that bullshit.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that just threw a wrench. So bringing it back to the point of the bringing up Ken and Friends. It was a great show from what I saw, you know. And my question to you is, because when I tell you they pretty much crip walked all over Drake's grave, do you think that Drake can come back from this?
Oh yeah. This was a beautiful, and when I say a beautiful, I 100% mean a beautiful demonstration of the connection with the complexion for Kendrick. At the same time, the juggernaut that is OVO, that's not going to, it's not going to stop that. It's not going to stop that just because of the people that Drake aligned himself with. Even if Drake say he falls off in numbers when it comes to California, the conglomerate that's above Drake, they're gonna want that money back. So they're gonna push Drake to be Drake forever. Mm-hmm. So it just is what it is. You know, I don't think that would ever end Drake. Just because of the situation of them having that beef and him doing that concert and him having his friends come through and respect and all them niggas dancing and kicking it today, not like us. 5 times. It's not gonna stop the movement that OVO is. I hate to tell people it could be 100 people because on X it was a lot of people saying Drake's over. Drake is not over. Y'all could chop that shit up. Once this dies down, Drake is still gonna be Drake. You gotta think. When I was growing up, they said Biggie's career was over when Hit 'Em Up came out, and then Biggie died. And when it died down, Biggie came out with Going Back to Cali, and everybody jumped right back on Biggie's dick, and that was a real beef.
Yeah.
So if he could do that in a real beef, Drake will be fine.
I don't think it's over for Drake, not by a long shot. But I think he has to pivot. I definitely think he's going to have to pivot. Now, what that pivot will look like, have no idea. But he's definitely going to have to pivot. He's going to have to stop the corny shit.
He'll never stop the corny shit.
He's going to, but some of this, okay, corny is in him, sure.
Yeah.
So, but some of the stuff that he does that is just beyond corny, like speaking with a Jamaican accent, shit like that. Like he's gonna have to stop that shit. Like that's just too far. And then, like, you know, sometimes he acts like he's like a thug. He's gonna have to stop that shit. Now the Hotline Bling corny shit. Now he can definitely do that. Now, shit, if he can get another Hotline Bling, we're good.
Listen, if you know, I remember when Wayne went to jail and they was like, "What is Young Money gonna do?" And
yeah,
Drake said, "Put this shit on my back." So Drake, he knows he took a hit, but this is not gonna stop Drake from being Drake. Drake is still, at the end of the day, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't care. Everybody can have their opinion about this, and y'all could argue with me on whatever platforms y'all want to. But I'm gonna say this: Drake is a phenomenal actor because he has been playing a rapper for 15 motherfucking years, and he has stood 10 toes down as being a rapper for 15 years. He started off as he's an actor. He's acting like he's just gonna act like a rapper and gonna act like an entertainer because he's one of the greatest actors we've ever seen in our lifetime. And this is not gonna stop him. We might not hear from him in a couple of months, but then he's gonna revert back into his method acting, and he's gonna either give you a good R&B song or he's gonna give you a great pop song. Just is what it is. And then he's going to slide his rapping right back in. It's just what it is. And come on. And I'm going to tell you, like every black woman in America tells people, don't argue with me about that. Argue with your mama.
Do you think he needs to take a break?
Nope.
So,
because he got $400 million. Them people that gave him $400 million is going to want him to produce. He can't take a break.
So, what do you think is an appropriate time for him to come out with something?
He's October's very own.
So he should do something for his birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that. But yeah, I think that he needs to He needs to figure out another Hotline Bling, and just get back to having fun with the music. You know what I mean?
He should go back to introvert Drake. It's, you know what I'm saying? That yeah, that's right. I'm doing me.
Mm.
He needs to go back to that without the allegations of you fucking texting 15-year-olds. And that's just an allegation. But no, it's not an allegation.
No, it's not an
actually
allegation.
a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. Yeah, stop doing that. Because again, like I said before, I do not think Drake is a pedophile. I think what he is doing is real weird shit. And you need to get off that weird shit because niggas like me and niggas like Kendrick, and as you seen on Juneteenth, all of that representation of that's some weird shit. Probably want to stop doing that, my nigga. And I ain't saying you got to be friends with all them niggas, but I think you need to go ahead and just be like, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and go back to why people like me. It's because I'm a great entertainer, not because I always want to be around the latest, youngest woman or female that just comes in the game.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over at all. But definitely think he needs to sit back and regroup and just look at what works. Because the shit that he's been doing lately, even before the beef, the shit that he's been doing lately really ain't been working like that. You know what I'm saying? At least the solo shit.
Yeah.
Because I saw this post that showed all the like platinum and gold from each album for Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake. Of course, Drake got the most, but his last two albums, the Honestly Nevermind and For My Dogs, they only went platinum. Each of them only went platinum, whereas the rest of them was like 4 and up. You know, so yeah. So like the last couple of things, and those are the ones I was not fooling with. So it makes sense. So the shit that he's been doing lately, these last couple of years, I just ain't the look. But him just going back to what's fun, what he liked about rap, I think he could definitely come out and be okay. You know.
Yeah. Again, the conglomerate that OVO is, I think he'll be fine. I do understand because, you know, a lot of people think it's all those people came out to like hate on Drake, period. For me, I really think it's the conglomerate that OVO is that a lot of people don't like, because a lot of things have been coming to light even before this beef about how this whole organization is working and how they actually get stars, like legitimate talent, and then they juice them, and then they don't let them shine.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that a lot of people came out to represent that type of shit that they didn't like about that.
Yeah.
They don't like about that organization, but I think that organization, period, because of what they do, and everybody, it's still gonna be talent that falls into that that conundrum of being under Drake. And with that, he's always gonna be fine, because even if Drake goes into writer's block, he's gonna get the latest talent to write him a song, and he's gonna be right back on everybody's
back. Yep. You're right about that. So, you know, good luck to Drake. Shout out to Kendrick. Happy Juneteenth. All that. So our last topic is top five.
Top five.
Yeah. So our top 5 this week is top 5 rappers turned actors. So shout out to you for this top 5. So do you want to go first or me?
You can go first.
Okay. All right. So I said this should have been a top 10 because there were a lot of great ones.
I mean, we can have if you want a top 10, we could definitely do top 10.
Okay. Because I have a whole lot of honorable mentions. So
Let's do top 10 because I got people, and I was thinking about so much when I thought about this. It was me and my 2 joints to the face and a 6-pack, and it just blew my mind on how many rappers popped up in my head.
mm-hmm.
And I was like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right. So top 10. This is in no order whatsoever. Will Smith.
Of course.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. Right. The best to ever do it.
Exactly.
LL Cool J.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
DMX.
Nice.
Ice Cube.
Nice.
Donald Glover. Childish Gambino.
Hold on, time out. Can you? Because he was an actor first.
Was he an actor first?
He was an actor first.
Or we just know him for being an actor first?
No, legit, he was an actor first. He was a writer, producer, actor, comedian first. He on Community, he discovered that people like his raps, and he started doing mixtapes on the sneak.
Oh, okay.
And then they allowed him to start rapping on a Community, and then that blew him up.
Oh, okay. So we can't count him then.
Yeah.
Because that's why I didn't put what's his name? Mos Def on the list. Because he was an actor first.
Miss Fat Booty was an actor first?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all seen Babe?
Huh? Yeah.
Y'all seen Babe?
He used rap to catapult his acting career.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I didn't know. See, my first connection to Mos Def was Miss Fat Booty.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, he was okay. You remember when after the Cosby Show ended? Remember right after the Cosby Show ended, Bill Cosby had the Cosby Mysteries. He was on that.
He was on Cosby Mysteries?
Yeah.
How old was he?
Oh, he was young. He was super young. Yeah.
Well, then you can't count that.
Why you can't count? He's an actor.
Well, I'm saying with Donald Glover, he had a whole career before he became a rapper. If you was just on that, that's not a career. He was a kid. Like you have to base it on.
What are you talking about?
We have to base it on where the world knows them from. The world knows Donald Glover.
What are you talking about? People know that Cosby was a big deal. But yeah, that's the reason why I didn't put him on the list. But okay, so not Donald Glover. Eminem.
Nice.
Method Man.
Of course.
Did I say Tupac?
No.
Okay, Tupac. Tone Loc. And Mark Wahlberg.
Gotta have Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
Have to.
Right. So, my honorable mention is both Andre 3000 and Big Boy because they both were good. Bow Wow. Bow Wow is really good.
I'm surprised that's an honorable mention.
Yeah. At first, he was in my top 5, but I forgot about Ice Cube, so I had to move him.
Okay.
So, Nick Cannon, Fredro Starr, and Busy Bone. Busy Bone is really good. So, if y'all haven't seen, it's a couple of movies. It's Caught Up, and it's what's the other movie called? Right Now? Not Now? Let me see. Library. What Now? He's really good in What Now. He's better in What Now than he was in Caught Up. But they're like years difference. So, but yeah. Now, I love Bone to Death, but the rest of them, But Busy's legit.
Got you.
So, but that's my list. So, what's your list?
All right, and mine is in no particular order. So I'm going to start out by saying Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
Sticky Fingers is a phenomenal actor. Don't get it twisted. That nigga had a Blade series that I actually watched.
He
like
did.
That motherfucker was cold too, to me.
Yeah.
Me.
Now, who do you prefer, Fredro or Sticky Fingers?
I prefer Sticky Fingers.
Yeah. I
do.
I prefer Fredro, obviously.
I like Fredro Starr. Don't get it twisted, because Fredro Starr, he's in that gene pool where at one point in his life he could play 15 or 50, like, and nobody gave a fuck.
Legit. He still can, low key. All you gotta do is just get rid of them bags.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only thing that aged them is them bags.
Give me I give you that. But Sticky Fingers. My second is Tretch.
Ooh.
Tretch went on a B movie action run that is unmatched. You have to really understand that, like, in America, Tretch wasn't shit. And I mean this. Mm-hmm. He was under the radar. Nobody was thinking about him. Overseas, this nigga's an action star.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
He's scary too. Do you watch him on The Family Business?
Mm-mm.
The Family Business is actually a really good show. But yeah, he's scary on that mug.
I watch a lot of his interviews, and I really it's something about them New York niggas, or I ain't even gonna say New York niggas. It's something about those East Coast niggas that for me it kind of throws me off, but I really respect it, because those East Coast niggas that I feel like are 100% authentic with themselves, they do not mind crying and at the same time telling you how much they'll fuck somebody up. Mm-hmm. DMX did it all the time, and Tretch, when every interview I've seen when he talks about Tupac, that relationship that him and Tupac had was so strong. Every interview I've seen him in, he cries when he talks about his brother.
Yeah, even I've been seeing him cry about Tupac like since Tupac died.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying.
That was his real. That was his brother out here.
Yeah.
But so we got Sticky Fingers, we got Tretch. Another one is gonna throw people off. Aquafina.
Yeah.
Aquafina was on the hip hop circuit.
Yeah.
Way before we know her as this actress. Before Rich Asians, I knew her as the rapper Aquafina.
Yeah, but she's cosplaying black people, so that's why I was like
that. See, a lot of people say that, but I can't give her that because I met her through hip hop, so I can't say that she's cosplaying black people. Now, when she started being a comedian, I could see where people would put that in, because because culturally it was a shock to people. But I've seen her start in hip hop.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so the next one after that, of course, I'm with you, Will Smith, LL Cool J, Queen Latifah. These were around my what was that, 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I got more, because I have Bow Wow. Under Bow Wow, I have, let me see where I got. Boom, boom, boom. I have Ice-T.
Ooh, that's a good one. I didn't even think about it.
Ice-T was the originator.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Then I'm gonna say the people that the group that opened the doors, Kid and Play.
Yeah. You
I
said you
told you I
really
was
thought
hot.
about
With my
this.
mind, they
Yeah.
opened the door for this shit. Kid and Play.
Right. Maybe I should have smoked and thought about it. Like, duh, Kid and Play. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have the Fat Boys.
Ooh, yes.
Disorderlies.
Disorderlies. Yep. And hell, you can throw in Heavy D.
I was about to throw in Heavy D.
Yeah.
I was about to throw in Heavy D. Biz Markie. But he did okay, so he don't count because he did he did some sitcoms.
Did he?
Yeah, he did some
Did
sitcoms.
he play itself though? Does that really count when they play it?
It don't count because he played itself.
Yeah.
Tupac, of course. Tupac was going to be one of our he was going to be top elite. He would have been over Will Smith if his
100%.
demise didn't happen.
100%. And that was unfortunately that was really displayed after he died in gridlock and gang related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have Most Def, Yasin Bey. The only reason why like what you were saying about Donald Glover is Tupac went to a performing arts school, so he was an actor growing up, but I found out about Pac through music, through Digital Underground, through Tupacalypse Now.
Right.
Same way with Yasin Bey. I didn't know he did Cosby Mysteries. I got introduced to him from Miss Fat Booty.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna round it off because there's so many more people in my head, but I'm gonna round it off with somebody that I think is going to be our next, and I said it here first. Who is going to be our next Morgan Freeman? Common.
I don't think Common can act.
I think Common can act his ass off.
He's the same tone with everything. Whether he happy, whether he sad, whether he mad, it's the same tone.
So is Denzel Washington.
No. Denzel Washington has an inflex. He can smile. Like
he can
Common, no.
Okay. All right.
What pissed me off with Common was Barbershop. That's when I was like, this nigga can't act.
I like Common. I really do like Common. Oh yeah, and did I say Method Man? Because I know you said him.
I don't think so.
Method Man. Ludacris.
Yep. Ludacris is good.
Ludacris is very, very good. Of course, you said Mark Wahlberg, so I was like, I already got Aquafina. I won't say Mark Wahlberg, but he's in my list too.
Yeah.
A slept-on person who is jumped from drama to action to 50 Cent.
50 Cent ain't that good of an actor. He's gotten better.
The movie where he played the young football player that got sick, I really did like him in that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And then rounding it off, because I keep saying rounding it off, but I told you how I went when I thought about this. But T.I., I like T.I.
What keeps me from putting him on the list is he needs a dialect coach in the entire worst way.
I give you that.
Yeah.
He's been from drama to action to comedy.
And he's always that nigga from Bankhead.
And he's always the nigga from Bankhead, right. But he has been on shit. He's been on shit, and he's been good in shit, but he's always that nigga from Bankhead. He's always like, and Get Hard. He was supposed to be from Compton. Why do you sound like the nigga from Bankhead? Like, if he just gets a dialect coach, he'll be in the house. See. What you don't understand is the conundrum.
I can't.
The conundrum that he goes through is he's trying to go through this repertoire of seeing the visual of what acting is and parlaying it into one individual. Where this individual, he came from a poverty-stricken environment, which he has to try not to implicate into a dialect for the masses to proceed into understanding. So,
that's what it is.
Yeah, I think maybe if more individuals had the privilege to expand what is their conscience to understand the fortitude of his determination, they would represent him as one of the most esteemed actors of this generation.
I cannot. Right. Shout out to the early episodes of the Ish We Talk.
T.I. is my guy. T.I. is my guy. Listen. T.I. is my guy. I have a coworker, and my coworker tells me all the time, like, that I remind him of T.I. because he was like, you will say the most ghettoest shit, and then you will slide in a word that none of us knew you knew.
Right.
That's just what I do. He said every time you talking
on
me,
the dictionary.
I'm like, man, and I blame it. I shout out to my Uncle Lewis. My Uncle Lewis made me memorize a word every day when I lived with him. Every day he would give me a word, and at the end of the day, I would have to have the definition.
Ah, that's what's up.
And so so when I'm talking every now and then, if I come up with a word, you'd be like, nigga, it's my Uncle Lewis. My Uncle Lewis made me do that because too many ain'ts and no's in his house was not a go. So every morning it would be a word to look up, and then when he got home, I would have to explain what that word meant and put it in a sentence.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. So, yeah, that is our list. Our top 10 rappers turned actors.
Yeah.
So I do not have a final thought. So Jerry's final thought, take it away.
Hey, okay. Jerry's final thoughts is, we are coming to the end of June. We have had mental health. We are representing Pride. We're representing Juneteenth. We're also representing Father's Day in this month. I have the dopest outlet of being able to celebrate Father's Day this year in real time and actually doing it with my son. And I realized how important that was for me, not only for me, but for my son as well. So I guess my final thoughts are this. For my fathers, especially my fathers of young men, I really want y'all to understand that even if the kids give you a pair of socks or a macaroni drawing or something that you don't need, like they do, but then they'll open up the red carpet for their mothers, it's okay. It's okay. Because that day is for you. So you should be proud that you are actually the father that you are. If you are 100% there for your children, I don't care if you split custody. I don't care if you only see them on the weekends. If you are privy to doing that all the time and you are stand up for them, and anytime they call, you are there. You, sir, to me, are one of the greatest superheroes we could ever have, because a lot of us wasn't privy to that. I'm one of those people that I never got to know my natural born father. The father that I do have, my pops, I love him to death. But I didn't get to know him until I was well off into becoming a man already. I would be amazed at what I would have been if it wasn't for my father not being there, or someone who represented as a father would have been there for me. So I want y'all, I want all of my men out there that is listening to think about that. If you are in your kid's life, forever be in your kid's life. Not only does it make you a superhero, it's going to make them superheroes as well. If you are not in your children's life, I'm going to always say, take a step back, think about what you're doing, and understand it ain't about money and it ain't about the opportunity. It's about the time. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
All right. Thank you for that. And this was episode 125 of the Ish We Talk. And we will see you guys for episode 126. Bye.
Exactly.